you know how you can learn something and you can understand it, you can intellectualize it. But then when you experience it, it like hits a whole nother level. You feel that emotional hit, that integration that way. And we keep doing this through our experiences and our understanding. Our knowledge, our awareness, all these things. I'm trying to see and understand what they're teaching me right now, where there have been so many things that they have had me experience. I don't know how to say this. So it's like they have had me experience so many things in the last decade that I heard of them all before. I guess you could say I was aware of all of them before. But like, did I have knowledge on them? Because how do I explain this? It's like, fuck if it didn't smack me at a whole, like 12 new layers, right? Like it was like, holy shit, that is real. And just so many things that I was able to see and open up to and understand at levels I had never understood before, but didn't know that I didn't understand them before, or didn't know to even look further before, or didn't, I guess, even care or have interest. I guess that's the other thing, right? Sometimes we just don't. Oh, I wish I could explain this better. Can you help me verbalize it all better? It's like, they were showing me some teachers I follow that they all tend to, it's like jump right to it. Like they jump to the positive, which is beautiful. But they don't understand some of the things that I've been taught. And so I was asking them about that. Like, why is that? Like, what, like, is it me who then is, it's like negative Nancy then? Or is it too practical? Or like, what's the, and they're like, no, it's just that they have had their hardships as well, but they just didn't, it like didn't go all the way through. And they didn't need to. They claimed they were happy where they were at, right? Like they never, it's like wanted to face that darkness. They never wanted to go in there. It was like they knew how to get to that happy spot, and that was happy, you know, so they couldn't understand the depths or the complexity or the layers that you've been taught because you were willing to go into the dark. You were willing to test those waters. You were willing to take a bet on yourself. You were willing to go all the way through. And most people don't realize it's an option because they don't really love themselves that much. They don't have that full unconditional love for oneself to get it to those depths and levels. And sorry, I'm watching like a whole family walk through my yard. And so it's just interesting. It's interesting is what it is, right? And not that any of them are wrong, right? Like it's this, that's the whole point. You get to choose, you get to decide, you get to determine. Yet you do end up recognizing when you'll hear somebody like me and who gives you further explanation of something that is a deeper layer that they didn't know about. And it's not to embarrass them. They chose not to experience those levels or layers, right? They chose to do the other. And so it's not good or bad, right or wrong. It's not about that. It's more like they keep showing like the full understanding, the whole. And many people do pick like a niche and just focus there and go. And many people will teach you to do exactly that, right? Like there's so much out there that has claimed they have the answer and that is the way and to follow them. Because we had gotten into a whole thing about that where I keep getting bombarded with all these people who want to do trips like everybody has their program and they have a trip. Basically, they want to go on vacation and they want you to pay for them. And they're going to come up with some stuff to teach you. And you had to determine if that stuff they're teaching you is beneficial, if you need it, if you can't decide on your own, if you feel good listening to it, if you want to spend your time listening to somebody else, if you want to learn from them. If so, well, that's beautiful and wonderful. That's the whole point down here. Everybody gets to choose, and everybody is choosing. This is why there are no victims. They have been saying some other things about that lately, where there are things that are done that are wrong, though. But it still isn't like a victim thing. But they do show wrong. But I think that goes back to what we talk about with that intentional. Do you know what I mean? Like we've talked about, well, some people are intentionally harming. But then you sure know you don't like that, right? Yeah, I just find it all very fascinating. It was originally regarding the choice of going all the way through. But again, not always needing to, right? Like there's some people who don't need to. It's not the easy way out or like the quick fix or it's not so much that as like, but they are showing like just jumping right to that. Just let's just jump right here. But it's almost cheating yourself or shortchanging yourself is how it feels or the way they're showing it. Like I wonder if there was a point where in the astral I had said, no, I want to experience it all. I don't want to just take the easy route. Because we don't know when we take the easy route, right? We're just trusting and believing. And don't get me wrong, that can be a good thing, right? Like you'll hear people say, why do all that when you can take this? I've already done it all. You don't need to do all that. Here's the easy fix, which I agree. I mean, there's a lot of shortcuts we can all do. So we don't all have to beat our head. It's like the wheel's already invented. Oh, fantastic, right? And it's like, well, was it invented? Okay. I mean, let's, they used the circle. And so, yet they understood that thought process a lot better than many other people, but you can build on it. You can build on that and continue to build better, right? The wheel, and then they put it on carts, and then they put it on coaches, and then they put it on cars, you know what I mean? Like this idea, and then they've, fixed the material and so on and so forth. There's something here they want me to see or understand. I guess they're saying, but it's with that imagination and the ability to see it through that it's like you understand it so much better, right? Because I've experienced it, because I went all the way through, because I've seen it through, it integrated differently. So my understanding is at a different level and depth than others who choose to just stay on the other end of the scale and cling there. It's not that it's bad. It's just they're not going to, it's like when things do get bumpy or they get tossed to the other side unexpectedly, they might not understand how to navigate because it's like their quick fix isn't going to help them if they don't know the other side. I think that's what they're getting me to say. It's like if you don't know how to navigate all the waters, when you get to choppy waters, good luck, right? But yeah, everybody feels good when it's smooth sailing. Yeah. It's something about this. They are showing somebody in a sailboat, and it's just a storm is a brewing, and people are freaking the fuck out. Like they've never been in a storm before on a sailboat. Yet they all look like experienced sailors. They all look quite comfortable on their yacht. But when things get choppy, they're freaking the fuck out, like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. How is that? How is that? They knew the quick fix to get there, but they didn't know how to navigate it when things got choppy. So they didn't fully integrate it. It was like the cheap way out. I think we can hear it now, or at least I can hear it better now, but I don't know that I can still say it in a straight line. Other than the fact that when you have experienced more of life, and unfortunately to say, the downside of life, yeah, it kind of is like, well, remember how they've been showing me all of that in recent ones? I guess it kind of is like that. It's like, with the downside, yeah, you really do enjoy the upside that much more, and you're not scared of the downside. It's like you've been all over the gamut, so you're not afraid of any of it, which is a beautiful thing, right? To rid that fear. Fuck, isn't that wonderful? God, it's awful to be in fear. But yes, ridding it from all over is a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. But what they were showing in other posts that I'd put out that I didn't like was how some people will keep you suppressed in lower energy, or like the example they were showing, like underwater. But then you lose consciousness. So it's like you can't even think for yourself. You just float to the top and you're dead. You're just getting pushed around. So it's like, don't get tricked into that either. It's like the idea if I didn't, although some would disagree, I didn't call in all the negative that occurred. Yet stuff happens, and so I did the best I could with the tools I had. And that is when you learn your survival skills, right? But we don't want to be surviving, we want to be thriving. And yet there are times where it will feel like survival. Do you know how to? Some don't. So ironically, what you think of survival of the fittest may not be what you typically think of. Some people don't know how to navigate those dark depths. Yeah, they're showing like silly examples of like, you'll hear of like billionaires who, say their net worth is $500 billion and it drops down to $100 billion and they commit suicide because they're just mortified, because they were more worried about everybody thinking they were something at 500 billion. And now that they dropped, they're just mortified of what everybody else is going to think. Instead of loving their life and appreciating what they have and being grateful to be so abundant still, and recognizing it's not actually going to change their lifestyle. So instead of loving their life and loving, their abundance, instead they want to take their life because they're worried about what others outside of them, how they're going to be perceived. So they'll throw away their life for others, when others don't really give a fuck. Even when they say they do, even when they're giving you the evil eye, even when they're trying to tear you down. It's never about you. It's always about them. That's telling you something. When somebody's giving you evil eye, it's telling you that they think little of themselves. They think they're less than you. They think they're in lack. They feel terrible about themselves and they want to have what you have. They're telling their inner child they're worthless, they're no good. We need them, not us. That's a terrible thing to say to your inner child. Terrible. And it's going to disconnect you from your higher self. And then bad things keep happening. And then you keep doing the evil eye. And then it's like you just spin yourself into the grave. It's like they can't get out of their own way. But this is what we talk about all the time. This is people looking outside themselves for anything and then becoming codependent on one another, on their partners, on their family, on drugs, on sex, on shopping, on busying themselves, anything and everything people can grasp on the exterior. They keep trying like a whoosh. They just swirl and spin right out. Yeah. It's like they have to get back to themselves. They have to remember who they are and where they come from. But then that's the whole point. It's like people don't want to do that. They don't want to do that work and wake up to that realization. Which again, one could argue then that's fine. But it does come with those consequences of just turning to ashes then, right? The soul getting tossed in the pottery if you're not willing at some point to do the work. It's this idea. Again, this is just what they show me and how I'm translating. You believe you. You do you. I very much encourage that. You have to do what you believe and what you believe is true for you and what you're shown, if you're shown, if you have any connection. Like, it's I think that's really, really important. I don't want you to follow me blindly. That's just a disaster. Okay. I can feel I'm going to go on and on. On and on and on and on. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.